As the banking system was developing in Europe, a handful of families established powerful positions in the banking sector. Among the most widely discussed names was the Rothschild family. Starting from a small business in Frankfurt, Germany, the Rothschild family gradually built one of the most powerful banking networks in Europe and America. Very few families in the world have a history surrounded by as much controversy and mystery as the Rothschild family. Because the Rothschild family was not simply wealthy, they created a new kind of financial model that transformed the way international finance worked. At the time, most banks were limited to a single city or country, but the Rothschild family operated banking businesses across several European countries at the same time. This allowed them to move money quickly from one country to another, arrange large-scale loans, and coordinate international investments more efficiently than many of their competitors. In this episode of DocuMost, we will explore the rise of the Rothschild family, their history, and their influence on the global economy and banking system. One of the most famous banking families in European history is the Rothschild family. Their rise began in the German city of Frankfurt during the 18th century. The founder of the Rothschild banking dynasty was Mayer Amschel Rothschild. He was born in 1744 in Frankfurt's Jewish quarter. From a young age, he gained experience in finance and the world of business. At first, he dealt in rare coins, antiques, and valuable goods. Later, he became involved in financial transactions. Mayer Amschel Rothschild understood that building connections with different parts of Europe would be extremely important for expanding the family business. So, as part of the family's business strategy, he eventually placed his 5 sons in charge of operations in 5 important European cities. His eldest son, Amschel Mayer, managed the family business in Frankfurt. Nathan Mayer established the family's operations in London. Solomon Mayer established a branch in Vienna. Karl Mayer established operations in Naples. And James Mayer established the family's branch in Paris. These cities were not chosen randomly. London was the center of global trade. Paris was one of Europe's major financial centers. Vienna was the center of the Austrian Empire. Naples was an important commercial center in southern Europe. And Frankfurt was a major center of German finance. In other words, the family connected much of Europe through a single network. Although members of the same family were living in different countries, they were able to build a coordinated business network through constant communication and cooperation. By the beginning of the 19th century, the Rothschild family had become one of Europe's wealthiest banking families. In 1797, the Rothschild family's business capital was approximately £9,900. By 1825, the combined capital of their 5 banking establishments had exceeded £4 million. During the same period, their rival, the Barings banking family, had capital of approximately £450,000. That meant the Rothschild family's capital was nearly 10 times larger than that of its closest rival. Their capital was even greater than the capital of the Central Bank of France at the time. One of their main businesses was helping European governments raise money. They issued government bonds. Imagine that the British government needed the equivalent of 100 crore taka to finance a war. Instead of borrowing the money directly from a bank, the government could raise the money by selling bonds to the public. The Rothschild family would then sell those bonds to wealthy investors across Europe. The government received the money, while investors earned interest from their bonds. And in the middle of the transaction, the Rothschild family earned a commission from each bond. This became one of their core businesses. The Rothschild family did not limit itself to bonds and debt management. They also expanded their business through gold, foreign currencies, and international financial transactions. Because members of the family had a network across different European countries, they were able to make international decisions very quickly. Later, they began investing in railroads, mining, metals, and other industrial sectors. As a result, they continued generating income from new businesses alongside their banking operations. Because they invested across different sectors over the long term, the Rothschild family's wealth continued to grow. One of the foundations of the Rothschild family's banking empire was its advanced system of communication and information sharing. They used their own couriers, fast horses, rivers, sea routes, coded messages, and later the telegraph to exchange information regularly between their family branches. The information they shared included market prices, currency exchange rates, and gold prices. They also regularly exchanged information about government borrowing and political conditions. If a government was preparing to take out a new loan, they could learn about it before many others. If the price of a bond fell in one city, another branch could take advantage of the opportunity. During wars and political crises, the Rothschild family could make enormous profits. One of the most famous stories surrounding the Rothschild family involves the Battle of Waterloo. In 1815, Nathan Rothschild reportedly received news through his own messenger that Britain had defeated Napoleon. Nathan Rothschild then strategically began selling some of his government bonds. Other investors saw him selling and assumed that Britain had probably lost the war. As a result, they also began selling their bonds, fearing that prices would collapse. Eventually, bond prices fell dramatically. At that exact moment, Nathan Rothschild secretly bought a huge amount of bonds at extremely low prices. The next day, when news of Britain's victory became public, bond prices rose again almost overnight. According to the famous story, the Rothschild family made millions of pounds from that single bond operation. Whether every detail of this story is accurate or not, it illustrates an important principle that the Rothschild family understood very well. Getting information before everyone else could be an enormous financial advantage. That is why advanced communication became one of the foundations of their business success. During the 19th century, the Rothschild family played an important role in helping various European governments raise money and manage their finances. Kings and governments borrowed from the Rothschild family to finance wars, infrastructure projects, and government spending. The family also helped the British government move money and gold to different parts of the world. Their international banking network played an important role in keeping military finances running, including soldiers' salaries, weapons purchases, and supply operations. But the Rothschild family's business was not limited to government loans. They maintained close relationships with businessmen, industrialists, and government officials in different countries. These relationships brought them new business opportunities. They also developed a reputation for being able to raise enormous amounts of money within a very short period of time. Therefore, when the Rothschild family became involved in major projects in different countries, investor confidence in those projects often increased significantly. Today, the Rothschild family no longer operates a single banking empire like it once did. Different branches of the family have become associated with separate institutions. One of the best-known institutions is Rothschild & Company. It is an international financial services company historically associated with the Rothschild family. Its main activities include corporate advisory, wealth management, asset management, and private investment. The company has more than 70 offices across 50 countries. Another major institution carrying the Rothschild name is Edmond de Rothschild. It is a separate financial group from Rothschild & Co. The institution mainly operates in private banking and wealth management. At the end of 2025, Edmond de Rothschild had approximately 198 billion Swiss francs in assets under management. However, this entire amount does not belong to the company itself. It represents the total amount of money and investments the institution manages on behalf of wealthy individuals, families, and various organizations. Today, Rothschild institutions primarily serve wealthy families and large corporations, rather than providing everyday banking services to the general public. They also advise major companies on mergers and acquisitions, investments, and long-term wealth management. These services are now among the main businesses associated with the Rothschild family name. There are countless conspiracy theories surrounding the Rothschild family around the world. Some people believe that the Rothschild family founded the Bank of England, but in reality, the Bank of England was established in 1694, long before the rise of the Rothschild family. However, the Rothschild family's role in the development of the American banking system has also been widely discussed. It has been suggested that representatives connected to the Rothschild family were among the people involved in the development of the U.S. Federal Reserve, America's central banking system. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to subscribe to the DocuMost channel. Thank you so much for watching the full video.